We're live. Hey, Shaggy SoCal 2 for Forza, and okay, last track guide for season one in this number 73 Honda Civic is at Suzuka full. So I'm gonna just get right to the chase. I've already kind of set up test drive. Go out, run a couple laps, reorient myself with the track. Probably talk about then things I'm looking for, what the car seems to be doing, at least for the setup I'm running. And then I'm going to do, because I need to practice, I'll do a mock race against the AI just so I have some traffic to work through. Uh, hopefully show some good racecraft, but talk about some racecraft, what I think will work, what won't work. So let's go ahead and start the test drive. So time of day, I've set it for clear. Time of day I've set for sunrise. So we'll see. It should brighten up as I go. Second gear. Again, you have to unlearn everything you've learned from Forza 7 about track limits. There's a lot of curbing you can use. A lot more that you can use than before. We're heading down in turn one. Let's see, where am I braking? Just before the 50 board. Now use a little bit there, probably a little early. Third gear. Fourth, just too far out. Little brush brake. Flat. I'm on soft tires right now, low fuel, almost flat. Have to lift a little bit through there. Hill. Thing that I've had to learn, or at least learning Forza 7, not Forza 7, this versus Forza 7, is how much you can updates in tire compounds. It seems you can abuse the tires a little bit more, or I'm using more steering. So 1.2. Spoon a little bit better on the next outlap, next flyer. 130R. Don't think you can do it flat. So I'm all focused. All right, let's try not to crash this time. So still fourth gear. Ooh, that almost a little too wide. Working into the curbing. Again, since we don't have accelerated tire wear, you can go ahead and use the front tires out of that corner. Out of the hairpin. All right, let's see if I do spin better this time. Not braking enough. coming up. Don't need the headlights anymore. Try flag. Nope. Okay, so you can't do 130R flat. Oh, God. Oh, please, please let it not be sunrise when we run this race on Thursday. Holy crap. I'm blind. All right, we'll do one more lap. I put 6 laps of fuel in the car, so we'll do one more lap, and then I'll do the slow one, and hopefully give some insights here. So braking just before the access road there. Brake again just past the curbing on the inside, down to 4th. Probably 3rd is best through here. 4th. I'm going to drop it to 3rd. I did it in 4th last lap, and it seemed to be fine, at least through these initial S's. But then I had to downshift here to 3rd. And I just want to find out, at least for the gearing I'm running. Yeah. 3rd might be fine through there, at least for me. Again, I'm not sensing as much, where I've talked about in the Forza 7 track guides about, the cars on peelers or the toes. I don't know that I've really sensed that as much with this car in this game. That's still a thing. That might have just been how I was able to figure out what the car wanted in Forza 7. Come on. Alright, so 130R, actually I'm kind of surprised, at least I'm carrying too much speed in, but I'm surprised how much I've had to scrub off. Dancing on the pedals there. Okay, let's see how bad the glare is this time. So can't do 130R flats. The question is, oh jeez, yeah, it looks like I can do it at 6. I don't know if you want to. Wow. Land of the rising sun, that blinds you. Okay, well let's do the slow lap. Let's just talk about what I'm thinking about. And 215 roughly. Okay. So I'm braking. The braking for turn 1. You're in 6th gear. Braking. It looks like I think the 50 board's too late, at least for me. So I'm braking just, the easiest thing for me to spot is the access road that joins the track right before the 50 board. So that's about where I'm looking to brake in for turn 1. It is dropped down to 5th gear. Let the car go in. Now I'm still, and I'll pay. Again, a lot of this I just kind of do by instinct. I haven't consciously broken down like I'm braking here, I'm lifting here. So it's usually brake in. I might give it back of the throttle a little bit, put the weight, you put a little weight on the back of the car for this initial part, because it is kind of like this turn 1 is a kink, then you got to brake again for the next turn. But it's usually braking and downshifting again as the curbing here on the right side, as that leaves my field of view. It's about where I'm braking, and then down 4th, probably even 3rd. I will let the car come out onto the curbing here a little bit, and then turn the car in, try to use the inside curbing, rolling back in 3rd gear. Bring the car out, bring the car back across. Still no real definitive, I'll probably, as I learn kind of the nuances of what's changed on the track, is to try and figure out, it might be some of these, spots where, the grass has been kind of worn off because people have gone off, to try and figure out where's the best place to lift and turn the car in. One thing I will tell you is you've got no help on curbing on the outside here, so give yourself wiggle room. Don't, You know, the braking line might be another one of those cases like Turn 5 Road America, where the braking line, if you center up on it, is going to put you right on the edge, and if you get off a little bit, especially here because you're going to be lifting, you know, it's going to transfer weight to the front of the car, take it off the back, and you're turning in, which, you know, you'll feel the back end step out. I mean, it happened to me on the out laps here. So just give yourself some room here. Third gear, I think all the way through the S's is fine. Um, at least the gearing I'm running, there's not a big difference. It's not so high in the rev range that the car is going to have a severe amount, at least the setup I'm running too. The car doesn't have a severe amount of weight transfer front to rear if you want to do it in third. If you do, then your third gear almost all the way up until you're heading down towards Degner 1 and Degner 2. So third gear here, I'm going to use as much of the curbing as I can. Same thing here, third gear. I'm going to try and probably clip it late. Out, bring it across, not all the way, maybe just about half track. Same thing here, going to clip it late. And then you're going to see the braking line is going to be hugging the inside here. I usually be off a little bit from it. And then maybe late apex it here, middle of the track. Same thing here. Let the car come out, accelerate up to fourth gear. And that's probably apexing a little bit early, but usually apexing so that I'm lined up on the left side here. Now it's high enough in fourth that I think I've instinctually been going to fifth, but I'm going to try and consciously stay in fourth. So that way when I get, I think past the 50 board here, it's just a quick tap of the brakes, turn in, use as much of the curbing there as possible, let the car come out. I will take the risk and use the exit curbing here, setting up for Degner 2, down to third gear. Ideally on my own down to third gear, maybe second in traffic, pull back into the throttle, uphill. Don't have the camera position to help me anymore, but keep it to the left side, turn, late apex it so that you're parallel with the road as you get past the curbing. And there's enough, I've got enough downforce, the car handles well enough, should be able to do that. Braking just as you pass the curbing on the right side for the hairpin. I tend to diamond this one a little bit, where I'm going to bring it back across to the inside, down to second gear, and through. If you want to take it more traditional and kind of keep it to the right, and then try and maybe late apex it that way, you could try that. Just know that if you got somebody behind you and you stay to the right side, don't be surprised if they take a serious look up under braking here. As soon as you get past the apex, this is again, if you're on the wheel, if you want to try and give it a little bit more steering than you think, and you know, be a little bit more aggressive on the throttle coming out, the car's going to understeer. But you know, if you can hold that line and be on the racing line on the way out, and you're getting on the full throttle back here, that's going to help you carry speed down down to spoon. So I'm going to try and be as aggressive as I can, exiting here, spinning the tires up. Worst case scenario, if you feel the car is going to understeer off, it sucks. Just ease off the throttle a little bit, back on. Again, the second you take some of the torque out of the front tires, it should line up. You should be able to then get back on the power. Down the back straightaway, down this straightaway towards spoon. Again, I'll just hug the inside here. Still trying to learn. And we'll see if I can spot it here. Whoa! Full tires. Actually, one of the things I was going to point it out heading down towards 130R in the Casio triangle is, yes, thank you, Turn 10, for putting signboards out on Suzuka. It makes trying to find landmarks a little bit better. Again, I still need to sort out. I was used to spotting things on the inside here getting down to spoon. I have to relearn that because things have changed a little bit. Signboards will help. I think I'm bringing about the one board. Actually, yeah, it's about the one board. Between the one board and the 50 board, we'll see how it lines up with the access road here as far as the braking. I think we can do this in third gear. My problem is I'm still carrying too much speed in and the car's understeering out. It's a relatively flat turn. You don't get a lot of help. Brake and turn in for the second part of spoon is about where the curbing ends. where the striped curbing ends. That's about when that goes out of view. That's what I'm kind of looking at. Maybe tapping the brake, dancing on the pedals a little bit to get the car in. It's a late apex out, third gear. Try and find the exit curbing on out here, and you're lined up. All right, heading down towards 130R. Still figuring this one out. As I've demonstrated, you can't do it flat. I can't do it flat with the setup. I'll be in sixth gear. Since we're running damage, I don't think you're going to be able to get away with dropping it to fifth and staying on the throttle without and not do engine damage. But it is, even in sixth gear, it's I don't think you have to brake, and this is what I'll be playing around with in the race. I don't think you have to brake. You do have to lift, and it's probably just a slight lift, maybe half throttle as you turn in. Don't snap all the way out. Just ease out of the throttle just to get the just to get the car turned in. We'll see how that works. Get to the apex, use the inside apex curbing, and then roll back into the throttle. I think you can do it in sixth. I don't think you need to worry about downshifting, but that's going to be the experimentation to do. And again, your setup, if you're running a completely different setup, maybe you need to. Oh God, that sun would be horrible at sunrise. Let the car come all the way out to the right side. Start bringing it back for the Casio triangle. And again, thank you, turn 10, for putting signboards that are very easily seen. So I think the braking was about where the 100 board is. The key takeaway here is for these last couple of turns is you can use quite a bit of curbing, and I would say, oh, that's cool. You can see the shadow from the Ferris wheel, though. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's picking up on the back half. I'm seeing down on this side and up on this side. Never mind. Ooh. I think on your own you can do it in third gear, especially if you use a lot of the curbing to kind of straighten this chicane out. Second gear, if you're in traffic, if you're trying to set something up, or you're on the inside somebody and you need to leave room, second gear will help give you that maneuverability. But on your own, third gear, try and do it in third. Again, you can use a lot of that inside curbing there to straighten that out. Not a lot about settling in the car either, so that's a good thing. And then out the front straightaway. And that's a lap of Suzuka. So kind of went pretty fast on this one. Again, this is a carryover from Forza 7, so a lot of things that I pointed out, of looking for there, not much has changed. Again, the unlearning is just we could use a lot more curbing for some of these turns than we could previously. All right, but let's get out of test drive here. Exit. We're going to quit race. Again, I'm getting into the habit of just quitting all the way out and kind of resetting the lobby. So advanced setup. But what I'm going to do this time is pick my car. We are going to load saved options. So I saved the Road America race options. And what did we say? It was 250, and it's about the same. I was running 220 laps at Road America. This was about 215. So I'm going to do, we'll do 11 laps. We'll just add a lap. Who cares? But we're going to go Suzuka. We're going to go full circuit. Starting time of day. Yeah, I'll still do random. Time progression rolling. This is where I'm going to go variable. Now, what we had at Road America with random is it seemed that thunderclouds kind of were there, but it never really changed. So we're going to do variable this time and see how that impacts it. I think the variable will introduce weather, but I don't know if it's one of those that it's like if it goes in, it's clear. Does that mean we're all of a sudden going to get rain, or is it one of those? It's we'll see what the chances are there. We'll leave the track rubbering alone. Number drive tires there, that's fine. Cars for tours and touring cars, that's fine. Rules, expert rules, standing, random, mandatory pit stops. Yep, that should be good. And let's see what we load in as. Now for this one, I'll probably do the bucketing stuff to guarantee I start in the back, but I think for this one, oh, it's at night. I think for this, no matter where I start, I'll probably pull off and then drop to the back because I want more
Suzuka
traffic.
features noticeable elevation changes, high-speed straights, and a mix of almost every type of corner. So keeping your speed up and consistent is critical.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Forza. Which is hopefully what I'm trying to show you. So again, I think I'm going to continue to run the same Kyalami tune that I've been running. And are those raindrops on the car? Those are raindrops on the car. Oh joy. So what's the event? Overcast, wet. Okay. Well, it didn't mandate wet tires. So okay. We're gonna have a rain race. So let's go to car, fuel and tire. Again, I don't mess with the fuel. I just set the fuel for what I need it to be. The race. So it looks like 39%. We'll do that again. We'll start on softs. And hopefully the rain will be late and light. Let's go ahead and start race. Yeah, it looks like I'm about mid-pack. Yep. So I'm just going to pull off left. Pass. Just make sure. Oops. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the damage was set so I would know if I had damage. Here. So, yeah, so the S's are going to be a lot of patience on the first lap. At this point, I'm probably not going to start. Okay, we're going to make it easy for me there. That's fine. I will make sure to leave room on the inside just in case. Somebody's off. Up here, though. A little space in front. He might break early. I gotta take in the regular line there to look if there's anybody to my inside. Ooh, on Hyundai off. What? A little bit of a run. I'm setting up a side-by-side in 130R. Hopefully, okay. He backed off enough. What? Okay, so we've survived lap 1. Oh, I spoke too soon! Well, we almost survived lap 1. Well, hopefully things have strung out enough now that I can be a little bit more aggressive in traffic. So, The S's is really difficult to set up a pass if you're at least to go side by side with. As I easily make a pass run the AI. If you're going to try and race somebody side by side through there, you both have to agree to your half of the track to make it work. So when you're on the inside, you really need to be, excuse me, you really need to be cognizant, just make sure you get your braking done, leave room. So it's like, I don't know, again, me passing through the S's is really more passing of opportunity because someone's really made a mistake and it's first. So I'm all focused. Well, when we start the next lap, I'll just kind of talk about, it's like Road America. Passing zones are obvious, the prime places. So to set up passes there, then you got to backtrack and say, okay, what's the corner before that prime turn that you can pass in? That's where you actually need to really start planning your pass out. Heading down to 130R, not necessarily a place I would try to pass somebody into. I might try and set up a pass out of it for the Casio triangle. If they're really slow. He's still there. Need to leave some room. But didn't leave me much room. But we got through it. Fourth. See, fourth is alright, it just feels a little logy. Like I'm not getting quite the acceleration out. So really very limited passing opportunities to the S's. Degner 1, I'm not sure is a really ideal place. What I might try and do is set somebody up, is time the run, and maybe sneak under somebody as we get to braking for Degner 2. Hairpin. Debatable. But if I can get a good exit out of the hairpin and set the run up, get a little bit of a draft, set the run up, maybe set up a pass into Spoon. But even then, it's like this is a medium speed corner. I don't know that I'd want to try and outbrake somebody into Spoon. So if I was going to attempt to pass there, I'd at least want to be alongside. If they're still a little bit in front of me, it's probably not a good idea to try and force something there. Get out in fifth here. Nice run on the Audi. Alright, so I gotta be... He's gonna hang out on the outside, so I gotta hold it into at least the middle of the track to make that work. Right now, for the car in front of me, I'm just trying to see where am I gaining. Keeping in mind, like, the best places for me to set up a pass. So let's see if I can get them in Degner too. So to make that work, I want to be, I'm probably a little too close. Whoa. So I did back up a little bit there to give myself some space. And even then I still almost ran back wrong way. 14% engine damage. How did I do that? Might have just done it when I did that shift down to second. Yeah, so the braking is about where that access road is, past the board. Fortunately, it's night, so I can't find any other reference points because it's dark. It's like the game says, "Fine, you're going to complain about the sun in your eyes. We'll just give you no sun." Oh, that was a little too aggressive to turn in. That's going to be a big penalty.
Total time penalty is about half a second.
Okay, not as big as I thought. So my plan is, fingers crossed on the weather. My plan is to go to lap 6 and switch to mediums. And once I do that, hopefully it won't rain. I think enough the field is pitted early, where even if after I pit, if we all have to pit again for wets, it's not going to hurt me as much as, say, it did. Uh-oh. Well, okay, that answers that question. All right, so we're mid lap. Now, the thing you want to pay attention to, you can still hear the tires squealing. As long as you're hearing tires squealing when you're getting turns like that, then it's dry enough for dry tires. But the second you start hearing the like that, okay, it is no longer I have to go to wets. It's just going to make the rest of this lap pretty treacherous. So. Oh, I'm going off and going off and going off. This is bad. This is bad. This is why you practice, so you can figure out just what you can and cannot get away with. And again, I don't have, since I've got the race rules set to max, there's no rewind. Or at least, I don't know if that's a race rules thing. I don't have rewind on. So, best I can do is I'm just going to try and stay out of everybody's way. I'm going to finish last in this race. What do you think? Severe vehicle damage? Really? I couldn't tell. Okay. So, yeah, I pushed it on the driest when I shouldn't have. But part of it is like I don't know how much I can get away with. We'll skip. I got plenty. We'll submit that. Probably go a lap down. Maybe. But let's see where I wind up at. See if we can salvage a finish here. Let's see, what's the goal here? So 6, a little over 5 laps to go. There's no way I'm winning. Stop. So can I get, looking at the track map here to see, can I get the 20th? Because even 23rd is light pole on the inside there is a good reference point in the wet. Braking line is definitely telling me to brake earlier. A lot of like little subtle vibrations in the wheel. Don't let me know that, and you can even kind of see the wobble in the screen. The fronts are just fighting for grip. A little bit more there. Might catch 23rd. A little early. Conservative as I can. There's a lot of that exit curving. Oh, maybe not.
Is about a second.
A little too much curving. Thought I got away with that. Probably if it gets wet, shouldn't use that the exit curving there in the middle of the spoon. Probably not a good idea. I'm pushing it, and I shouldn't. Oh my!
About 2 seconds.
Really punishing me. It's like, how can I? Well, no, well, never mind. I think at the time it's measuring, I was probably still up because I hadn't quite slowed it back down. But this is why we practice. There. get 23, but we'll get 22 and 21. And overcome the time penalty. Okay, so passing through the S's probably not going to be ideal, especially since the car is going to slide a lot. Just enough room, but this is going to be dicey. And I'm going to get another time penalty.
Total time
That's a big
penalty is
one.
about 3.5 seconds.
I should be able to get that 3.5 second gap on last place, but one thing I've learned, I suck in the rain, or at least I suck in the transition period. I got lucky at Laguna last week. I mean, that rain started exactly, you know, I think it was 2 turns before pit entry. So I didn't have to drive half a lap in changing conditions on dry tires. Over-under looking. We're going to look at -2. We're on the outside. Go. Hey, let's have another time penalty. Oh, no penalty. Thank you. Appreciate it. Last lap of the race. I need to get by Rick here and put 3.5 seconds on it. Come on, 3.5, 3.5. No, come on, 3.5. Come on. Oh, wait, did it? says the 21st. This time. That's interesting. I must have. Timing must have been off because it was only 3.5 behind. Well, 3.4 behind me when I crossed the line. So, anyhow, that is that is Suzuka. Honestly, if you learned anything, I'd be very surprised. But uh, things I've learned, I suck in changing conditions. But again, if it does, it kind of came up in the Nürburgring race. If it starts to rain, or if it's raining and it stops raining, when knowing when to pit to change tires. Obviously, if it starts to rain, you want to pit as soon as possible. As far as if you're on dry tires, it's starting to rain. As long as you can hear the dry tires squeal like you normally do, you should be fairly safe. The second you start to hear the rain on the tires, just the general shh sound, that's when you need to be careful on your dry tires. When you're on wets, you can stay on wets. It's the opposite. As long as you're hearing water on the tires, wets should be fine. The second you start to hear the tires squealing, you need to get in. You need to get in on the next lap. As soon as you get in the pit to change dry tires, that's when to change. So we'll see how Thursday goes. But that's Suzuka. Again, it's nice to have the signboards. That should help figuring out braking. That final chicane triangle, the Casio, I think it's called the Casio triangle. Again, you can use a lot of curbing, much more than you could in Forza 7. So with that, I'm going to call it a weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday, and we'll see you on track on Thursday. Okay, happy racing.